at Leviticus chapter 17, verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood. So when the high priest takes the blood, what is he really taking into the holy place? The life. Who is our high priest? Jesus. So when Jesus takes the blood, what is he really taking into the holy place? His life. So where's the holy place that the high priest was typifying to enter? The hearts of men. Because Jesus' life is inside you. Yeah, the blood of Jesus cannot be to God, because if God needed the blood, it means that God is a selfish God. It means that God was appeasing himself. That's babalawo. So it means that we need to see the blood of Jesus from the perspective of Moses. When he was on the feast of the table, and it says, this is my blood, shed for the remission of sins. Where should your attention go to? What he is saying, not what he is showing you. There was no doctor that will use syringe to take his blood out and pour inside cup. If Jesus come now and give you blood, will you drink? The wine in the cup did not turn to his blood. The wine was to signify, typify. Dear saints, when you see a signboard pointing to somewhere, don't go and build your house at the signboard. Where is he pointing to? Imagine our signboard is at the gate. Now you came to church and have fellowship. You put your chair beside the banner. Start clapping. When you see a signboard, these are signs. They point to the reality. Remember, we taught already in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 13. God did not ask them for sacrifice. It was their unbelief that made Moses to go and find a ram and teach them about it. So they found what they should not have found. They're supposed to look forward and hope on the lamp of God. So it means that the practice of atonement was a practice to teach about the what? Resurrection. Hebrews 9 verse 13. For if the blood of bulls and goat and the ashes of heifer sprinkling the unclean sanctify it to the purifying of the flesh. Verse 14. How much more shall the blood of what? Who through his what? So what is the blood Jesus offered? Is eternal spirits. So he offered his eternal spirit without spots. So he says, purge your conscience from dead works to serve the what? Living God. The offering of blood by Moses is to prefigure the atonement of Jesus. Now see what he now says in chapter 10 verse 1. For the law having a shadow of good things to what? Come. A shadow. He says not the very image. So when you see a man with blood entering into a tabernacle, it is a what? Shadow. That is not the real deal of God. For the law having a shadow of good things to come, not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. So it means that the offering of blood did not make any of them perfect. Let's read verse 4. It is not possible that blood of bulls and goats should take away sin. So everything they were practicing could not take away sins. Look at verse 6 again. In burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin, thou hast no pleasure. So look at Colossians 1:12. Giving thanks unto the Father which had made us what? Partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light. Verse 13. Who had delivered us. He has translated us into the kingdom of his dear son. That's what you call in Romans chapter 8 verse 14. For as many as are what? Led by the Spirit of God. What does it mean to be led? To be brought forth. To be translated. So he has brought us from darkness into where? The kingdom of his what? Dear son. Look at verse 14. In whom we have what? Redemption through his what? Blood. So what is redemption through his blood? Even the forgiveness of sins. So what redeemed us? His blood, that is his spirit. Are we together? What does that mean? It means that we have received what? Forgiveness of sins.